E-commerce in the Philippines enacted laws or policy issuance. October 17, 2013, DBM approval of DTI Rationalization Plan, creating a Philippine Accreditation Bureau or PAB under the Office of the Undersecretary for Consumer Protection Group or CPG, formerly Consumer Welfare and Trade Regulation Group of the Department of Trade Industry. This is the result of approval by the Department of Budget and Management or DBM of DTI's rationalization plan pursuant to Executive Order Number 366 dated on October 4, 2004. The rationalization program seeks to result in a government with greatly improved performance and organization structures that are highly efficient and results-oriented. Whereas EO 366 directs all departments or agencies of the executive branch to conduct a strategic review of their respective operations and organizations to identify the functions, programs, activities, and projects which can be scaled down, phased out, or abolished, or where more resources need to be channeled. November 21, 2014, BSP Circular Number 857, BSP Regulations on Financial Consumer Protection. The regulations cover all BSFIs. It enumerates the basic principles and ethical business practices that govern the conduct of BSFIs in dealing with their consumers. The board and senior management are responsible for developing the BSFIS consumer protection strategy and establishing an effective oversight over BSFI's consumer protection programs. The board shall be responsible for monitoring and overseeing the performance of senior management in managing the day-to-day consumer protection activities of the BSFI. November 21, 2014, Insurance Commission Circular Letter Number 2014-247, Guidelines on E-commerce of Insurance Products. Whereas the issuance of the insurance contract or policy through electronic form may offer consumers new and substantial benefits, convenience, and access to a wide range of insurance products and services. November 24, 2014, BSP Circular Number 859, Europay, MasterCard, and Visa or EMV Implementation Guidelines. It is the policy of the BSP to foster the development of safe, secure, efficient, and reliable retail payment systems, protect the integrity and confidentiality of customers' accounts and information, and uphold consumer protection. These guidelines shall govern the migration to and implementation of EMV of all BSIs with debit card issuing and acquiring functions. For credit card, only cash advance transaction at automated teller machines shall be covered since other credit card transactions are governed by the rules of the international payment networks. April 30, 2015, DOJ Advisory Opinion Number 02-2015, Advisory on Online Shopping Fraud. Consumers must remain vigilant and proactive in protecting their welfare and rights. Like traditional markets, customers should keep in mind in the principle of caveat emptor, buyer beware. In their online dealings, be mindful of some of the red flags. Seek assistance and redress from relevant regulatory agency. July 21, 2015, RA 10667, Philippine Competition Act or PCA or RA 10667. This act shall be enforceable against any person or entity engaged in any trade, industry, and commerce in the Republic of the Philippines. It shall likewise be applicable to international trade having direct, substantial, and reasonably foreseeable effects in trade, industry, or commerce in the Republic of the Philippines, including those that result from acts done outside the Republic of the Philippines. An act providing for a national competition policy prohibiting anti-competitive agreement.
Noong October 10, 2016, National Privacy Circular 1601, Security of Personal Data in Government Agencies. Under naman ng Section 7 ng Data Privacy Act 2012, yung National Privacy Commission yung in charge sa provision of law. Kasama sa pangangalaga ng data or pagsisecure ng personal information yung mga government agencies or yung private sectors. Yung government agency kasi, sila yung mga may katungkulan dun sa gobyerno. Yung mga customs, mga bureaus, yung mga pwede rin nasa loob ng universities, ganon. Next is yung under naman ng Section 22 ng Data Privacy Act 2012, yung mga namumuno or yung tinatawag ng mga government agency ay responsible for complying dun sa seguridad na nabanggit sa batas. Kasama dito yung pagsisecure ng any sensitive information ng mga humahawak ng data. So, sila ay responsible na dun sa personal information ng mga clients nila. Under naman ng Section 4, appointment papers of a data protection officer. A designated individuals who is accountable for the organization's compliance with Data Protection Act. So, ito naman yung mga tinalagang officer para sa appointment papers of a data. Ito naman yung mga itinalagang officer na accountable kung may mga inaasahang or mga hindi inaasahang pangyayari dun sa mga data. Sumunod naman ito yung privacy and protection policies. Ito naman yung gagawa ng patakaran or policies para maproteksyonan yung privacy ng clients. Under naman ng Section 5, Privacy Impact Assessment. Ito naman yung magkakandak ng privacy assessment each program para matukoy yung possible risk dun sa privacy ng data. Under naman ng Section 6, ito naman yung para ma-identify yung mga nakitang risk or tutugunan na yung mga nakitang risk through creating control framework. When we say control framework, ito yung mga gagamiting ways sa pag-control dun sa mga risk na nakita dun sa program. Next is under pa rin ng Section 6, when we say ISO, International Organization for Standardization, and IEC, International Electrotechnical Commission. Ito naman yung recommended dun sa mga malalaking agencies. More than 1,000 employees. Ini-implement to na gamitin yung ISO or IEC 27002. Ito kasi yung Code of Information Security Controls para maiwasan yung possible risk na masira or mahack yung privacy ng data. Under naman ng Section 7, ito yung mga personal data na pinrocess ng government agency ay dapat itago or ilagay sa isang lugar kung saan may strong code. Yung hindi siya madaling masira or makakompromise. Next is yung Section 8. Ito naman encryption of the data of personal data at rest and in transit. Ito naman yung personal data ay pinrocess. Yung personal data ay pinrocess through digital or electronic devices. Yung data dapat encrypted. When we say encrypted, ito yung gumagamit ng strong password. Hindi siya as in naka-word. Yung password niya is hindi madaling ma-hack. Password policy. Ito naman yung gagawa ng strong password para yung risk na ma-hack yung data is maiwasan. Correction lang sa Section 8. When we say encryption, ito yung strong code, hindi siya basta-basta password. Yun yung kung papayag ba yung party na yon na pwedeng bang i-share ng government agency yung data nila dun sa iba. Sumunod is yung December 15, 2016 National Privacy Circular 1603 Personal Data Breach Management. Data breach is security incident that leads to accidental or unlawful destruction, loss, alteration, unauthorized disclosure, or access over unauthorized processing or personal data. Yung data breach, ito yung security ng data is nasira. Nagkaroon ng distraction. Kumbaga, pwedeng na-hack yung data, ganun. Nawala yung data. Na-compromise yung confidentiality ng personal data. How to handle data breaches. So, yung personal information controller is nag-implement ng security incident management policy. Yung purpose nito is para ma-manage yung security in case na magkaroon ng mga ganong pangyayari. Pagkakasira ng data or maaring ma-hack yung data. Every personal information controller or processor should have policies and procedures for the creation of a data breach response team, implementation of security measures and privacy policies, yung pagsisecure nila ng data dun sa personal information ng clients, implementation of an incident response, mitigation. Ano yung say mitigation? Ito naman yung pagre-reduce ng risk para hindi ma-hack or para hindi, in case na mawala yung or ma-compromise yung confidentiality ng personal information. Compliance with the Data Privacy Act and other data protection laws and regulations.
The country and exchange the telecommunication service for citizens, including these rules shall apply to all compliance. The free Wi-Fi project targeted to achieve digital literacy by providing internet connectivity across municipality and cities. The government portal or GovPH is single website where citizens can access government information, transactions, and service. Ito naman is the free Wi-Fi project na tinatagit nila and in-achieve ang digital literacy by providing internet connectivity across the municipalities and cities. February 09, National Broadband is guidelines for virtual currency exchange. Free Wi-Fi para sa mga countryside. It is a policy of Bangkok Central and the government environmental that encourage financial innovation, while at the same time that the Philippines shall not be used for the money laundering, ML, or terrorist financing, TF, activity, and that financial system and financial consumer
sa
are
government
adequately
information
protected.
structure and
Those the
service.
Bangkok Center recognized and virtual
By
currency
Mary Grace
BC system have the potential
Miranda
to
Santos of the
revolutionize
Broadband
delivery
Alliance
for financial
of the
service,
geography should
particular
never
for
be
payments
a
and
barrier is
remittance.
providing
In
ICT
view
service
of
to the
their
low
ability to
income
provide
and
faster and more
marginalized sector.
economical
It's a
transfer
mission
of
critical
funds,
to
both domestic
extend
and
the
international,
internet to
and future support
unserved
in financial
and the
inclusion.
underserved community.
Ang guidelines for virtual naman
communities,
is
she added,
ito yung
the
policy
ICT acknowledge the need to implement policy and
Bangkok na
project to
nag-encourage ng
continuously
financial
improve the current state of the
innovation.
country
At the
ICT
same time,
infrastructure.
ensure
Ayun
ng
naman kay Mary
Pilipinas na
Grace,
hindi ginagamit para sa money laundering o
ang
terrorist
project ng free
financing.
Wi-Fi
Ang
is
mga
para hindi
activities
maputol ang
ng mga financial system and
providing
financial consumer ay
ng mga ICT service
ay
para hindi
pinoprotektahan nila,
maputol ang ating mga income lalo sa ating
pinoprotektahan.
o kaya
Thus, the Bangkok
sa
Center
ating
na
mahirap is
na-recognize na ang virtual
para sa
currency
okay sa ating
na
mahihirap
may potential na,
parang
na kayang
maka-revolutionize tayo ng
delivery for financial
internet
service, lalo
para
na sa
free
mga
Wi-Fi
payments,
na
remittance,
project ng government.
Yun nga.
Ang DICT knowledge
And
technique implement
nagpo-provide
policy.
ng ability nito na
Kaya ang
mag-provide
mga
ng mabilis
DICT
and more economical
kailangan nila
transfer
talagang
sa
gumawa
dalawang
ng implementation ng
both
policy
domestic
and project para
international.
hindi siya maputol.
May 2,
Para siya ma-continuous
2017
ma-improve ang
National
mga
Cybersecurity
improve ang
Plans
current state
2022
of country ng
and
ICT.
Manila,
ng ICT.
Philippines protecting Filipinos, particular
in
user of the internet,
infrastructure.
just got more serious.
July 31,
On
2017,
Tuesday, May 2, the
NPC
Department
Circular
of Information
or
and Communication
070
o
DICT
DICT
formally
formally
launched the
Processing
Government
System.
National
The National
Cybersecurity
Privacy
Plans
Commission
2022
used by
designed to
NPC
protect
Circular
internet
1701
the
on the
DICT
registration
the
of data processing system and
NSCP
notification regarding automated
recognitions
decision
of the
making.
urgency of
Under circular
of protecting
circular
every
cover-
single user of the
covered personal
internet among
information
Filipinos,
control
the
Philippines
Philippines
critical
Personal Information
infrastructure
Processors
should complete
CII
phase 1 of the
government network small
pre-
and medium
process
enterprise
for the
or
registration
SMIS,
of data
and
processing
also
system
the
by
big
September 19,
corporation
2017 and phase 2 by March 8, 2018. Ang National Privacy Commission is kumakailan lang ay na-issued ng NPC Circular 0701 on the registration of data processing system at notification ng patungkol sa automatikong paggawa ng desisyon. Under the circular na kinakailangan na may kumpleto ang unang yugtong ng process for registration of data processing system. System nung by September 9, 2017 and phase 2 by the March 8, 2018. Ratification of Protocol of the Legal Framework PLF to implement the Asian Single Window. This means that Philippines can now electronically receive and send certificate or origin under Asians Trade in Goods Agreement or ATIGA from the document needed to avail to preferential tariff agreement. Other cross-border documents will also be exchanged under ASW Gateway in the future. With this, it will facilitate trade between the Philippines and Asian neighbors. Eventually, the ASW connection will help the Philippines to increase its competitiveness in terms of ease of those business or EODB and will increase the transparency or cargo processing by providing a more accurate, timely, and cost-efficiently exchange information. Ang Pilipinas ay ngayon ay electronic dahil sa nakaka-receive at nagpapasend ng certification trade between the Philippines and Asian neighbor. Nag-exchange din ang kalakal ng Pilipinas sa Asian neighbor. Nag-exchange ang mga ng bawat kalakal ng Philippines Asian sa neighbor, sabi nga. Eventually, the ASW connected will help Philippines to increase its competitiveness in terms is for doing business. Yun na. Ang ASW is communication na nakakatulong sa ating Pilipinas para ma-increase ang competitiveness ng Pilipinas to term of Asian, lalo na sa mga business, and will increase para ma-increase din ng transparency ng mga cargo at mabilis na ma-process at ma-provide provide and more accurate, timely, and cost-efficient para sa mga nag-i-exchange for information. Yun lang po at marami pong
An act establishing the Free Internet Access Program in public places in the country and appropriating funds therefore. Being enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the Philippines Congress assembled. Section 1. Short title. This act shall be known as the Free Internet Access in Public Places Act. Section 2. Declaration of Policy. The state hereby recognizes the vital role of information and communication technology in nation building and declares its policy to promote an environment for the development of structures that would ensure the availability and accessibility reliable and secure internet access suitable to the needs and aspirations of the nation. Towards this end, the state shall establish a program that will provide free access to internet service in public places throughout the country to promote knowledge building among citizens and enable them to participate and compete in the evolving information and communication age. November 17, 2017, PSP Circular Number 980 Adoption of National Retail Payment System Framework. The NRPS provides the framework to secure promised gains of modernizing retail payments for the benefit of the consumers, the industry, and the economy as a whole. This is built on three core principles, namely interoperability, inclusivity, and competition. Interoperability is defined as a state in which customers can transfer funds from their own account to any BSP-regulated transaction account using any device. This means that a consumer, which may be an individual or an institution, need only maintain one account, whether a bank or an e-money account, to be able to conveniently transact with anyone in the system. The inclusivity principle requires that all qualified financial service providers must be able to effectively participate in the system regardless of their size and type of transaction account offered. This fosters greater competition and spurs innovation to better support the diverse needs of the consumers. Competition is coined from the words cooperation and competition because NRPS promotes both cooperation and competition in the industry. The industry is expected to cooperate in matters that directly impact our shared objectives of system efficiency and resilience. This includes clearing and settlement rules and standards, industry governance and risk management, product features such as end users, fees, delivery channels, and customer service fall outside the cooperative and will be used as basis of competition. March 23, 2018, BSP Memorandum 2018-012, Guidelines on National Retail Payment System. Legally binding agreement that lays down clearing and participation rules for a particular payment stream to facilitate electronic fund transfers among its participants. Payment streams that are covered a multilateral act promotes greater efficiency, better risk management, and interoperability compared to those that are covered by separate bilateral agreements as most often practiced. Under the NRPS framework, any two members of the PSMB can come together and create an act. This shall be created differentiated based on the payment instrument or instructions, business rules, and risk considerations. As such, a payment use case can only fall under one
Under the NRPS framework, any two members of the PSMB can come together and create an act. This shall be created differentiated based on payment instruments of interactions, business rules, and risk considerations. As such, a payment use case can only fall under one. April 6, 2018. Administrative Order Number 11, 2018. Creation of an oversight committee for the entry of the new major player in the public telecommunication. April 13, 2018. Memorandum Order Number 002. Policy Guidelines for the entry of a new major player in the telecommunication market 2. In the exigency of the service and to ensure the successful entry of a new major player in the public telecommunication market consistent with Administrative Order Number 11, dated April 6, 2018 by President Rodrigo R. Duterte, there is a need to amend certain provisions of the DIC Memorandum Order Number 001 Series of 2018 dated January 8, 2018. Section 1. Section of DIC Memorandum Order Number 001 Series of 2018 is hereby amended to read as follows. Section 1. Qualifications Application. Applicant shall have the following minimum qualifications. Legal qualification, holder of a congressional franchise that is not a related party to any dominant telecommunication player and has no outstanding liabilities with the National Telecommunication Commission as of January 31, 2018. B. Financial capability. Applicant must have a paid-in capital of at least 10 billion pesos as indicated in these latest audited financial statements. Technical capability. Applicant must have latest audited financial statements. Technical capability. Applicant must have experience in the provisioning, delivery, and operation of telecommunication services for the last 5 years. Operation of telecommunication service for the last 5 years. Section 2 of DIC Memorandum Order Number 001 Series of 2018 is hereby amended to read follows. Section 2. Criteria for selection. The applicant with highest committed level of service. Oversight Committee created under Administrative Order Number April 6, 2018. Section 3, Section 4 of DIC Memorandum 001 Series of 32018 is hereby amended to read as follows. Section 4. Issuance of a Memorandum Circular. The NTC with the assistance. Repeal, close all other orders issued or parts thereof which are inconsistent with any of the provisions herein are hereby repealed or modified accordingly. Section 5. Saving and Separability Clause. If any provision of this order is declared invalid, the other provision not affected thereby shall remain valid and subsisting. It is also understood that all other provisions under DIC Memorandum Order Number 001 Series of 2018 remain in force. Section 6. Effectively closed. This order shall take effect immediately.
May 28, 2018, RA 11032 Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act of 2018 is an act that aims to streamline the current system and procedure of government service, pertain to improving the competitiveness of and ease of doing business in the Philippines. October 30, 2018, RA 11127 National Payment System Act. The state recognized that payment systems are a crucial part of the financial
infrastructure of the country, and it is essential that they function safely and efficiently for the stability and effectiveness of the monetary and financial system. To promote the safe, secure, efficient, and reliable operation of payment system in order to control system risk and provide an environment conducive to the sustainable growth of the economy. July 2, 2018, joint DICT, NPC, DOG Administrative Order 18-1, whereas Section 24, Article 2 of the 1987 Philippines Constitution provide for the state recognition of the vital role of communication and information in the nation building. This order is hereby adopted to serve as guideline for consumer and relevant government agencies in resolving issues and concerns regarding telecommunication service covered by Department of Industrial Department of Information and Communication Technology, National Telecommunication Commission, National Privacy Commission, and Department of Justice. February 2019, DTI Department Order Number 1918. The E-commerce Program Office is now placed under Competitiveness and Motivation Group as a state in Do Number 1918. The Competitiveness and Ease Doing Business Group shall be renamed, recognizing the crucial role of e-commerce in profiling innovation and in developing and growing the digital economy. Assistant Secretary Pacheco is hereby instructed to strengthen and supervise the e-commerce program office. January 20, 2020, creation of the e-commerce division. On January 20, 2020, the Department of Budget and Management approved the creation of an e-commerce division that will focus on the implementation of e-commerce policies, program, and project, monitoring and implementation of the Philippines e-commerce roadmap, and ensuring that the impediment concerning e-commerce are agreed.